What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Manchester United series in Football Manager 2022. If you've been enjoying it so far, leave a big thumbs up on the video, but we're going to get straight into the exciting stuff. We'll get into the season. We're going to update the transfers, which, well, yeah, maybe you tell who we brought in, and you can kind of see it by the transfer budget. Just take a look at the expectations again so we know, going to the season, what we need to focus on. I mean, making the semi-final in the Champions League, so we do need, we do need that power in the squad to make it that far, and then qualify for just Champions League. So a top four finish, I see out of that, I feel Champions League semi-final could be harder to get than top four in the Premier League. Just depends how the season goes. And then reaching the final minimum. I like how that's minimum. There's not much more than that apart from winning it. And then Carabao Cup does not matter at all. But I always hate losing. I hate to lose in an early round, even though the board says, it's not important at all. But let's get into some transfer action. In the order of the day tier, some earlier deals in terms of sending players out on loan. There's a Langer to Doncaster, Mengi to Ipswich Town. But then, Anthony Martial, 31.5 million to Chelsea. I was pretty happy with that fee. You can see that value. That's, the transfer value. We talked about how that is now a bit in the first episode. But Martial, I don't think he's rated too badly in FM. His physicals and technicals are really good. Mentally, you can see some weaknesses, but I don't think, his output in real life, currently not as much as it could be. And I feel in FM he's still rated decently, but not amazing. You can see that through his mentals, and I think that's pretty right in his attributes. In real life, I think that's what's letting him down. I think a bit in his head, he's not really enjoying his football as much as he could. So, it's really reflected in his rating in Football Manager this year. And then Jesse Lingard to Newcastle, Newcastle with the money. And also, if we go over to Newcastle, Brendan Rodgers seems to take over more often than not. Well, I've got 2 saves at the moment, one I'm doing on the stream and this one. And he's taken over in both, and I've seen some other people where that's happened as well. Maybe for interest's sake, I know we're going to focus on ours a lot. Again, another thing is they don't really, they got that big money and they haven't gone crazy. They could probably do a bit more than they have done in terms of the coming in. For those wondering, they do have about 200 million. It's gonna be interesting this time next year in real life. How they're looking. So, or even in January, how much they make, how much moves they make. And Jesse Lingard, he's just not there. He's not there, technically. We need to progress. He's 28 years old now. Before we get a couple seasons in, and then his value will completely diminish. Get something for him now, because he's not going to be starting. Definitely not now. And, those couple sales together, about, 50 million for those 2 lads. I think that was pretty good. And then Lee Grant for free. Well, I just offered him out for nothing, because no one was really making a bid for him. And, we didn't need a goalkeeper like him again. Freshening up the wage, we might need that. We'll show you guys in a minute. One matter once more, he was on a lot, but we're still paying a little bit for him. He's one that's really hard to sell without having a wage contribution, so you got to accept getting a bit of money, not too much, just $1 million. And then Kovar, 63k. Kovar sounds too much like COVID. Best to get him out of here. But then there was only one move by me, and I'm pretty happy that was the case, because the signings in real life, look, Ronaldo, Sancho, Varane, there's a defender, a midfielder / winger, and another forward. And, another forward in KYLIAN MBAPPÉ. 85 million, potentially up to that 94 if we go into the nitty-gritty details. Along just with that straight-up money was 4.5 after 50 league appearances, so that won't come this season. Actually, not possible to, no matter how much we play him. And then PSG will be due 4.5 million after another 10 league goals, which you expect will get that. I'm so happy to tie him down and on his wage, and on that, Paul Pogba. I've also got some, you might notice a little bit here, I've just got these, a different screen going on, a different squad screen to see a bit more information. You'll see that on the tactics as well. And doing that, I'll put the sidebar just on the left, so they're not described by words, just the little icons, little labels, so we can see as much of the gameplay as possible. If this is part of Football Manager gameplay, not just match day. But menu is very, very important. And the 4-2-3-1. I actually got a comment. Someone said how I branded the series, or in the first episode, as Ollie out, but you're using this his tactics. No, That's not the case. There's a difference between formation and tactics. Is everyone in the world or every manager that plays a 4-2-3-1 playing Ollie's tactics? No. We're just using the formation that fits the squad. So we could even play with 2 strikers now because you look, Greenwood's not starting. And then don't forget Rashford comes back from injury. So yeah, don't worry. I have that in mind without a doubt. But Rashford, he's still going to be out for a while. He's returning 5 weeks to 2 months. We decide from there, but definitely playing with 2 strikers could be a real consideration from here. But this is where we have to show what really happened because of that. Well, not really. Like, I expected to have this freed up. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it because the situation is we just got Mbappe, like with our money. We had to adjust, when you click adjust the budget, we had to do that. And then, the wage was so much in the red. But I don't want to tell you how many times I've offered out Phil Jones and no one coming in with a bid, even though there's some transfers. So he's 1. Count 1. And then count 2 is Fred. I actually got an offer accepted for him, but declined. Matic was the other one. Actually, is that still interest? No, Norwich. I actually had Real Madrid, like an 8 million bid from Real Madrid. Like those, just 3 there. One of them goes through on their deal, and we're no longer on with the wage in the red. So, yeah. Then this would be no conversation we're having right now. We wouldn't be worried about it. But also something I like to do at the start of a new save, especially with a big team, get an affiliate club, to raise, the profile of the club. Even though I think it should be pretty good already. I noticed Man United actually have no affiliated clubs. So anyway, Kashima Antlers in Japan, it's a good place to target for Manchester United. And what I want to do, I'm going to offer those guys out so you see what the situation is. Look, 5 million. I'll even try and do a bit less just for the fact, try and get him out. 3 million. That we're at a point, just want to get rid of him. Phil Jones at 3 mil. There's even interest in Lindelof, but yeah, I won't want to be testing having Phil Jones as that 4th centre half. The 4 natural, I wouldn't want to use him ever for the season, so that's why we want to get rid of him. Diogo Dalot does have interest from Barcelona, and his value is about 40 million you could get for it, but we don't. That means we'd have to sign another right back. So unless we use Lindelof as a right back, or the backup right back, I got to make these decisions. But so Fred will do the same. Just the matter of fact, trying to get rid of him and just show you the process of that. And then Nemanja Matic as well, just to show you what we went through. And we'll even drop him 6 million and see when we get those messages back. And actually about Mbappe, because his contract, he's in the final year of his contract, you could have got him for free, but realistically, Mbappe later in the season, whether it be PSG just renew his contract. If you're PSG, you're not going to let this man go out on a free. What? So look at his value now. So if anything, if ever a minimum cost, or even say the maximum, 94 million, it'll get to that most likely. It should do. Who would have thought a 94 million signing could be a bargain just on the money-wise and his value, but let alone the fact 22 years old, he's that next Messi, Ronaldo. When Messi, Ronaldo retire, that's going to come within the next few seasons. I reckon it's like Mbappe and Haaland, they're that description. So getting that player over to your club, that's a dub. And like how I said, we got that 50 million between Martial and Lingard. So that being half that fee of Mbappe, yeah, for me, that's a lot of ticks. I needed that visual representation because it was so good, clearly. But anyway, we just need to sell one of those guys and we won't be in the red in the wage. So I'm not overly, worried about that. But also, if we're talking about values of players, and we talked about Shola, has he got some improvement? Maybe, okay, not yet. He's 17 in the under 23. Someone else that could almost make that, I'd say, that could be put there. Under 18s. Super highest value. Isaac. Value between 11 million and 14.5 million. Young midfielder, young attacking midfielder, maybe the future centre attacking mid after Bruno Fernandes, considering his age. Bruno, I don't plan to get rid of him anytime soon, but this lad's only 16. Norwegian, he's got the attributes in the right areas to develop. Like you say, he doesn't look that good right now. No, he's only 16, but yeah, he's got his better attributes. Yeah, they're where you'd want for his age. But there you go. The first win of the season is Liverpool, and Salah scoring. Well, to be fair, there was a couple late. Wow, who was deciding injury time? Gray. He's a very good player. He's very good, and there was someone suggested, and let's get to that quickly. Again, it was almost him or Mbappe, and I thought, at least for this season, putting ourselves in a good position as the manager. Like, I've got this guy target, but price tags are really, really big, and he probably would have been a single signing, or we would have had money left, and like maybe 20 million or 30, and it wouldn't have been enough to make another significant signing in terms of a really good first-team player, but he's definitely on my list. He's on my radar, definitely. He's going to be a really strong midfielder. We did mention like Paul Pogba. We had to get Paul Pogba. His contract, he was another running out where we know about Paul Pogba's situation, but it's really silly if you let someone of this quality, look at his value, to run out. No, you don't do that. Like, that's just bad managerial decisions. Even if you think Pogba might leave in real life, whatever the situation may be, that will happen. You don't know. That's so bad. That's a bad decision. We take a look at these results. Aston Villa beat Chelsea. Man City just get over the line against Southampton. So, interesting start. Let's get into, our first match. This initial stuff. Oh, that's cool. Like, you can actually, see the connections there of, like, the opposing team. And that's pretty good. Like, already? Or we don't have any on that, actually. We won all friendlies, and I'm glad, if anything, close enough, our best win, Sevilla, but they were the best team we played against to finish off the friendlies. And that was a very good performance. So this is another tactic screen we got here. If we drag C, by default, this is the tactic screen, not the team selection screen. That is a bit different. Yeah. If you do it from here in the tactics, then I prefer doing that. Maybe a little annoying how it changes, because that all fits in, as you can see there over on the right. I just did a quick selection before, so we're just going to update the team a little bit. There were some players that were just on holiday, so the guys with sharpness, they're on holiday. They didn't get to play a game, and they just came back for the season. So that doesn't normally happen. Cavani, get on the bench, or get him on the bench there for kind of striker. Greenwood. So we definitely have seen now. Maybe I'll wait and see, because I offered those guys out. Wait, we got 5 messages right now. Yeah, that shows you right there. Fred. It's funny, not even the Chinese teams have enough money to give Fred. How can anyone else? Matic, Phil Jones. We probably just take him off the transfer list, but I just want to sell at least one of them and get that wage cleared. Obviously, it's a big talk. Who's going to be that ball-winning mid that we've got? Because Matic, we've tried to move on. I think his pace could really, really hurt. So, McTominay, considering I know there's a lot of conjecture about him, like the McFred, I don't think that helps giving it like that kind of meme kind of name as well, but his marking's only 11, but tackling is 16. See, this is a position, we will probably reinforce in the next window or next season, but I think he can do a job, maybe rotating with Matic if we don't end up selling him. And just see what works best for us right now. Because obviously there's talk about Van der Beek. I don't mind Van der Beek, but he probably rotates with Pogba as a more creative midfielder. And he'll play that role in the team. That's a good mix of attackers, midfielders, and defenders on the bench. And obviously Henderson in goalkeeper. And of course, Telles, Rashford will be missing through injury. But this attack, to add midfield, say Pogba, Fernandes, Sancho, Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo, that's firepower. We've got goals coming. Oh, yeah, we can choose 9 subs. Almost forgot about that. Fred, get him on the bench. Get Fred on the bench. And it's almost like, we can get another centre-back on the bench. But we just chose, Fred and Bay. It's almost too many. And you don't, people say, don't put a goalkeeper on the bench in the past, but now you might as well. It's just realistic. It's realism vibe to have that goalkeeper, sub 1. Yeah, really. All right. And over the Football Manager years, it's happened like 2 or 3 times for me where a goalkeeper's got injured, so you just don't risk it. But yeah, I think it's more on the side of being realistic for me. And I do generally agree with the suggestions from the staff in terms of opposition instructions, and sometimes we'll do it mid-game when they're suggested. So, but yeah, really, Ronaldo and Mbappé, 2 of the best forwards in the world. Like, if we're talking best players in the world, man, they're currently definitely top 5. I think you couldn't say they're outside of that. Wow, even Ronaldo's age. And say like Pogba, Sancho, Fernandes. Even though Sancho and Mbappe playing similar positions, just on opposite sides, Mbappe deadly scoring now. So let's go in. Point finger. It's a match we should be winning. Just be very demanding. And then point finger, I have faith in you. I have pretty good success with, if you're wondering. We did midfielders and that got strikers. So let's take that. There we go. And at a start, don't you love it? Don't you love it? Yeah, updating those things there just to get a good speed. And now let's really light things up. Mbappe. We did give Mbappe the number 9 as well because, really, could we play a 4-2-4 in the future? Yeah, so we get the 2 strikers going. Could very well do. Pogba. Look at that run! But it's a save from Gunn. Great start. Don't expect a goal from this, so we're going to encourage. You never know. Oh, we do. Never expect. That was really good. But if we talk about something you may not know about, if you pause and you go to the tactics, all you have to really do is just press cancel here and say that's like discarding the changes. We didn't make any changes here. And that will cancel the shout. Love it. And then we'll praise them from here. And that should pop up as new. Yep, that will be perfect. I'm not sure if many other people know how to do that, but yeah, I found that out. Not a bad start, hey. Okay, for a few... Ooh, is that Luke Shaw picking up a yellow? Something, we generally always do ease off the tackles. You may not, see me do that change every single time, but I will do it. Mbappe. Oh, almost gets his first goal for Manchester United very early, just 20 minutes in. He probably could have. And Harry Maguire, McTominay, that's another one. And of course, in his position, if you watch my series in the past, you can't ease off tackles there. So what I do, I change to central midfielder on defend, just so you can simply do that. My approach anyway. Then we do get a free kick here. Stay on feet. See, that's suggested now, but I'll keep that in mind for the time being. Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Lovely start here today. It is expected, but Norwich. We're getting it done. That's an amazing free kick. That's individual brilliance. That's individual brilliance right there. We're not going to take too much tactical credit for that, but that's what you get when you got Bruno Fernandes in the team. And we've got multiple scoring threats. Is that's going to be a penalty as well? And can you guess who's going to step up here? Oh, it's a review. Ooh, how are they going to happen this year? Are majority going to be awarded still? Looks like it. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo who's on a yellow card as well. Cristiano Ronaldo has got 3. Well, he scored the 3rd for us. What a way to start. Ronaldo celebrating in front of the fans. I'm going to say the gameplay relatively feels the same, like the 3D gameplay, the player models. Like, from far, I almost felt, look, you look like Harry Maguire. Obviously, the number... like, that doesn't look like Ronaldo, but I've not been one to complain about, but people are interested in those things. Like, I don't worry too much. So, Ronaldo now, because we've got a good lead, this is, surely, this is something we're to take into consideration long-term with our tactic. I don't even have get stuck in on, so we're not, going out there trying to... make a lot of slide tackles, make a lot of hard tackles in there, but we've already picked up a lot of cards. So we don't have get stuck in on. But 3-0, this ain't the worst start, I'd say. This is an alright beginning. Now Varane. Pogba, We've got our team to a position. Oh, it's a free kick given. No worries, no worries. Mbappe offside. I wouldn't say Mbappe is like completely starred. I'll just switch over it to... I don't mind these things, but I wish this could be more customizable. Like, you could add more things here. Maybe push this dugout thing over so you can add another panel, but it is what it is. Let's go over to Man United's formation here. We want to keep on top of theirs, but I almost... Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think you like looking at yours more? Well, nah, because you can see at the bottom... the bottom you can see your player's rating, but in terms of a viewing type thing. But, yeah, you can see who's playing really well. And we'll go back to Norwich's formation there. All right. Is that going to be... Oh, go quick, Mbappe. Smart. Bruno's on. And he scores on debut. Like, we're all... Don't get too excited because we're playing against Norwich, but the signing of Mbappe is... We're playing just absolutely... Like, this is mad. Absolutely killing him. And it was all above, but it's not like we did it like in a way of cheating, but it's like we just spent all our budget on Mbappe, to be fair. And yeah, that's, I said, who would have thought a 94 million? Yeah, we'll say that. A 94 million is going to be a bargain. It's going to be a bargain because we're talking about who's going to be the best player in the world. So we've got to get that conversation. Like, if we talk about Ronaldo, like, let's talk about Ronaldo and Messi at their very best. Which they're still right up there. And what their value would be as players to be signed. And De Gea, Rashika misses it. So, yeah, not bad. And now the good thing with a lead like this, we can rest the guys. I reckon McTominay, who knows? These guys like, Fred... With Matic, we might not end up selling. As much we're trying to sell them, just not being allowed to. Just the same old Football Manager frustration. Diogo Dalot, we're going to bring on for Luke Shaw. I guess that could be another thing as well, like a left back. But I think if we have Dalot on the bench for all games this season and basically can come on right back or left back, it's not going to be a major issue, I think. And obviously Tellers when he comes back from his injury. So, that's just simply for the time being. And we don't make 3 subs at once on the 60th minute because we're an experienced Football Manager player and we know what can happen when you do that. That is for sure. And here we go. Bruno Fernandes almost smacked that in. Went incredibly close. Okay. This started exactly how we would have liked. But Solis, come on, De Gea. I actually really don't like how De Gea is rated in FM. It came off last year as well. So, a goalkeeper for the future is always in mind. But yeah, we just saw how that played out. Like, De Gea, see, because you can't click him from there. Yeah, so we just go to select De Gea. The command of area and communication, like that really, like those are 2 important attributes for a goalkeeper, obviously, and he's aging now. Is it something maybe we think about the end of this season? It's, definitely something there. That's a shot map. Norwich formation. But yeah, those are 2 weaknesses for him. As much as we are going to get the win, and yeah, I always go like this as well, like especially when you're in a comfortable winning position. Like, it's not the worst thing if you concede a goal when you know you're winning for sure because that cancels out clean sheet bonuses. And Ronaldo just gets it back anyway, but no, the ref puts his flag up. And you love to see that, but that was an excellent finish by Ronaldo regardless. It's just not going to count. And yeah, I'm not sure if they touched, like, we didn't have to see that, but that's realistic as well. They always go through that process in real life. Yeah, if we just take a look at that, he was close enough, but he was off. That's a Ronaldo quality strike. And now Fernandes, could he hit another? That's from real range. It would have been tricky to score from there. You'd have to be a pretty poor keeper. Okay, see what I mean about, when those pop up, I generally just accept when they are like marking things, opposition instruction type moves. Yeah, I'm not expecting one from this. I just think, there's been a few chances. And I'm not expecting major changes to the highlights, and how they operate in FM. Generally, if there's been one good one already, more often than not, it doesn't lead to a goal. But this could be, Yeah. It was another offside, so exactly what I said. Nothing significant. Okay, Norwich now might have a chance. Melu! Yeah, that all led to nothing. It was close enough. It was close enough, but never likely. Just, that's a 16 on target. Man. Dominating. Deserve of the scoreline. Let's get a fifth. And Rafael Varane also scoring on his debut in this save at least. 5-1. Beautiful. Fernandes, set pieces from him. That's his general performance has been absolutely amazing. And he's going to be, he has to be the best player for today. As you can see there, 10. Absolute star. So let's head to the dressing room. I was expecting a win. Like, that was really good. I don't like how that would have been recommended. That's only going to get a bad reaction. Just saying we need to move on. Not allow to become too comfortable. No. Like, a good performance, that'll do for me. Well done. Yeah, inspire the boys. That's my way. I feel like everyone had a solid game. Maybe De Gea, McTominay. Yeah. I mean, De Gea only conceded 1 goal. All right. Let's not get too much about that. Yeah, we're not going to do this all the time here. We'll just send the assistant. And we'll have that in the settings, so you can always do it like that. Drags things on a bit, but there we go. Good start. Very, very good start to the season. Varane scores on debut. Fernandes dominate 1 goal, 2 assists. What we do in terms of controlling interactions. I'm really pleased at how you played the last match. You scored, created, did everything we want. So, yeah, that's a really great start to the season. And obviously a little bit you're going to always look at that available wage budget, and that's a pretty hefty amount to have in the negative, but one sale will literally do that and get rid of it, even if that player's wage is not necessarily, out of the players we focused on, some of them might be 100, 110 or something like that. To get an example, say if we end up selling Fred, I mean, Fred is on 120. You see how he's almost there? That 4 million you put into the wage and it's cleared up. But is it going to happen? We'll keep trying to push them out. But as you know, with FM series, we're going to play some more games off camera, get the next episode. I just continue today because you know where it pops up on the calendar. We'll see about the Champions League and we get the draw for the group stage. But we'll find out in the next episode how that will be looking. But I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. Again, I appreciate the response on the first video. A lot of you guys up in the comments and interacting with the video. Get up interacting with this one. What do you make of it? You might not agree with bringing Mbappé in, but I just really think it brings that extra threat into the team. The question is, when Rashford is fit, you're wondering, okay, how are you going to line up? We're definitely going to wonder about that at the right time. But don't forget, Cristiano Ronaldo is not going to be here long term. So we're setting, he's 36 years old, but he's contracted for 2 more seasons, keep in mind. Man, how long has, when was the last time Ronaldo was this low in his value? Can't even remember. But he's 36 and his attributes are, I'm not saying they've gone up, but they're heading in that direction. He hasn't gone from 18 to 19 finishing, but yeah, he's going up instead of down. Those are the arrows you want to see. That is absolutely for sure. So things are going pretty neatly for the time being. But I think that Ronaldo's contract is the maximum amount of time he'll be playing in this save for Manchester United, 2 seasons. But yeah, if you guys can leave a thumbs up, get a comment, I'll see you guys in the very next episode.